Hey guys, welcome to part 8 of Let's Play Sonic Unleashed on the Wii. In the last part we started the Spagonia. Spagonia? I haven't actually said the name yet because I find it easier to use in terms of the different regions. I think it's easier to just name the real life country that it's clearly being inspired by than the weird names that they came up with. Like, I can't even remember the name of the snow one. Or the Greece one. In fact, the only one I do know is Spagonia. I think that's it, and I may be saying that one wrong. So, it's a little silly. It's a little much. But anyway, yeah, we did, I think, either one or two of the levels. So, with the nature of the Werehog levels in these games, yeah, we still got some more to do. Which involves more beating up wasps, I'm afraid. And just more beating up enemies. The last level wasn't too bad. I actually didn't have any complaints about that last level, but this level, it looks like it might just be beating up enemies a lot. Which, you gotta have some of that in there, but you gotta have the balance as well. Gotta have that balance. Absolutely. Anything in there? No? Cool. Okay, oh, no, yep, this is gonna be one of those. One of those just beat up all the enemies over and over. Okay, look, I know they're proud of themselves for this combat system for whatever reason, but there's no need for this, is there? There's no need to make the player have to do this mini gauntlet of sorts. Are they making bird noises? That has to be bird noises. Oh no, sorry, I don't mean birds, I mean flickies. You gotta know your Sonic lore if you're gonna LP these Sonic games. But yeah, that sounds like a bird. So I don't think it ever properly explains what these dark creatures are. Or they must do. I mean, they obviously represent the Dark Gaia, right? Like they're a result of the Dark Gaia being reborn, or just kind of, I don't know, it's not really reborn, it's just kind of hanging out. It split the planet and now it's just kind of hanging out, not really doing much. So obviously these creatures probably came from the core of the planet. But I don't know, like there's this whole weird thing where people can get taken over by the shadows, which I don't know if we're going to see in this version of the game, but it's a whole big thing. Where I think we kind of saw it in one cutscene, but it was a whole gimmick in the other versions. Oh, we're still... This is stupid. This is stupid now. But yeah, so it was a whole thing where it was like, oh, these people have been taken over, but they were just negative. They were being negative, and then it was just like, oh, they've been taken over by dark, evil spirits. You gotta go and do this arbitrary, annoying task, and then they'll be free. And it was just, it was really silly and dumb. I'm glad we don't have to do it in this one. Oh, come, really? Really? I was semi-joking when I said this level is going to be nothing but beating up enemies, because this is, you can hear what I'm doing. The GameCube controller is loud enough that you guys can hear it. I'm just tapping L and R over and over and over. There's nothing else to it. Oh, I probably should have used the box for that. Oh well. Live and learn. Oh snap. But yes, I don't know, with those enemies making bird noises, it might imply that these enemies are people that have been taken over, and the wasps are just normal wasps that have been taken over. And then these creatures might be people, the floating things could be birds, I'm not too sure. It's just an idea, a poorly thought out one. Okay, jump. Oh, this does not feel good. That did not feel good. Okay, I think we need to see that again. Woo! That's awesome. That's amazing. Why did they do that? Okay, one more time. Woo! That's so dumb. That is so dumb and silly. Because I was thinking about it in between parts. You know, because my life is nothing but play Sonic Unleashed, edit it, upload it, then I just stare at a wall thinking about Sonic Unleashed, and then I record more parts. That is just my life. So, yeah, in between parts I was thinking about it. I think the odd thing about Sonic Unleashed is that one of the things that brought down Shadow the Hedgehog, and I think you could argue 3D Sonic in general, is trying too hard to be cool. Because Sonic is always meant to be viewed as a cool... Oh, this is awkward. This is bloody awkward. And now I'm dead. Well, what does the game expect? You put these, like, annoying wasps... Oh, I'm just back to life. Alright. I guess there's no checkpoints in this game. If you get a game over, you start again, but otherwise you just you lose a life and just instantly come back at the same spot. A little weird. But yeah, so as I was saying... Oh, I can't believe there's more combat. This is just really dumb. Really, really dumb. Like I said, the last level was pretty good. I don't know what happened here. But yeah, I think like Shadow the Hedgehog was definitely Sonic Team trying to be way too cool, way too edgy, you know, just trying to be like, hey, Shadow's got a gun, he's a pretty cool guy. And then the music to some of the Sonic games. I like the music, of course, but with the 3D ones, maybe trying a little bit too hard to be like, hey, cool rock stuff. A little bit too much of that. And I guess Sonic 06 didn't really have the trying too hard to be cool, because that had a lot of other problems to deal with. But I feel like the Werehog, I think you're supposed to think it's cool. Like, it's a cool new look for Sonic. Like, he looks more aggressive, a bit more arguably edgier, or edgier for, you know, in a kid's sense anyway. I just die! This is so, just die! Go away! This, oh. Sorry for snapping there, this is just extremely annoying. I guess I should be grabbing them. I'll try that next time. I don't want to jump to it's the game's fault. I'm open to the possibility of maybe I can just grab them and I'm doing it wrong. I'm open to that. What did that do? Oh. Good. This doesn't seem like a positive. Okay, now we can go up, cool. But yeah, I never got the impression that Werehog Sonic was cool or was a cool new look for Sonic. But I definitely have my suspicions that that's what they wanted. Like, you just kind of look at him and I get his hands are a bit goofy, but oh, I didn't want to run. Oh, no, turn around. This is dumb. I'm trying to just make a point, but this game or this level anyway, is just throwing so much dumb stuff at me. Come, and jump. And jump. Cool. Yeah, I don't know, like, I think the thing that made me think about this is that if you look at the bottom of Sonic's feet when he's a Werehog, look, he has like spikes, and he has spikes on his shoes. But there's no reason for him to have spikes. As far as I'm aware, I don't think there's any practical use for them. Like, no practical use in the game. There's no, like, ability that involves these spikes on the shoes or the bottom of the shoes. So it's just like, here's a Werehog, spikes. Or I guess you could argue it's to represent his sharp new teeth. Oh, attack level up. Awesome. It's about bloody time. But I don't know. I think they just thought it would be cool to have spikes, and they wanted people to think the Werehog was cool. Took me a while to get that point out, but I just don't think it's just not happening for Sonic in this one. Sonic the Hedgehog is cool, right? I complain a lot about Sonic, or in this LP I've complained a lot about this game, but don't get me wrong, I love Sonic. Like, I really do. I was always a Nintendo person as a kid, or yeah, as a kid I always had Nintendo systems. There was a Mega Drive kind of lying around, but I was always into Mario and Nintendo games. But I thought Sonic was like the coolest. Maybe not the coolest, but I was really into Sonic, and that's something that's definitely bled over as I got older. I still really like Sonic. I play these games because I do really like Sonic, and I can't really explain it. If you asked me to justify it, I couldn't break down like, oh yeah, here are the reasons why I really like Sonic and Sonic games. I just couldn't do that at all. Oh, whoops. That's not what we were meant to do. Yeah, I couldn't break it down, but I just loved the guy. Like, when I was younger, I used to buy Sonic the comic. Like, I would be playing Super Mario 64, but I would be reading Sonic the comic. And that's what I would be buying. I couldn't even afford it. I used to go to the local supermarket and buy Sonic the comic when it came out, but I couldn't always afford it, so I couldn't follow anything that went on in the comic because I only bought like 2 out of I didn't buy all the issues and I couldn't keep up. So I would buy them anyway because I just really like Sonic. And I can't remember the comics being any good. Maybe they were, I just can't remember. I just thought it was cool to have something of Sonic's, you know? And I think I'm trying to think if I had any Sonic clothing. I have Sonic clothing now. That's the sad thing. When I was a kid, I had like a Pokemon t-shirt and like a Pokemon hat, I think. And I might have had some sort of Sonic clothing. But now that I'm older, I have more video game clothes and more clothes based on entertainment that I like than I did as a kid. Like, I think as a... That's so dumb. That was so dumb. So dumb. But yeah, it's a little embarrassing, I would say, because I now have more. And I just have this Sonic t-shirt that has Sonic on it. I'm like 23! Oh, but I love it though. I just really like Sonic. That's kind of my point. That regardless. And, you know, like every Sonic fan, it's a love-hate relationship, but I buy every Sonic game. So when I'm playing these games, the reason I bring it up is that when I am playing these Sonic games, I'm not playing them as somebody who thinks Sonic sucks and just never likes Sonic, or it's just like, oh, boo, Sonic. Because I never really have talked about my history with playing Sonic games, but I have played most of them, and I do like them. It's just, yeah, you gotta criticize. You know, you can't ignore that. Oh dear, gotta go. Oh no, these controls are horrendous. By the way, they're absolutely horrendous. I already see, just so bad. I just want to jump. There we go. So bad. Okay, so I need to jump on you, and I keep running when I don't mean to. This is the first part where I've done it. All the other parts have been fine, but with this one I keep accidentally running. It's really odd. But once again, with this level, just like the level in the last part, not so much the level we just played, that level sucked, but this one, it looks nice. And it's a pretty unique setting. Like, look at where we are. We're like in this aqueduct, I think we're supposed to be, with all these columns. This is incredibly unique for Sonic. This is really something like different. I think this is like the first Sonic game where what was I supposed to do then? I jumped, I pressed the X button to grab onto the ledge, I held it, and it didn't happen. I can't, but it's crazy. Okay, X. Oh no, we went to what? So dumb. That's the crazy thing about certain Sonic games. You play them, and it's almost hard to believe some of the control issues that they have. Like, this is such a stereotype for a gamer to say, but did they even test it? Like, that's the thing that comes to mind. And I mean play test it. Like, there is sometimes with Sonic games, it's like, did anyone play this? And I know it's such a hacky thing to say, but it just really does come to mind with this. I'm trying to figure out how we're supposed to get over there. I see a platform going up and down. Oh look, Sonic's just freaking out. Yeah, I see that platform going up and down, but how am I supposed to get there? I do love this in games. Look, I jumped this high. That wall is that height. Can't get over it though. Can't get over it. Oh, okay, so we can just go up and around, right. Right, gotcha. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, it all got messy. I think my main point is that I play as Sonic. I play with Sonic games. I buy them all and I do play them as a fan, even if I don't give that impression. And I think that's it. And yeah, this is really unique. That's what I was going to think of, because with the 3D Sonic games, starting with, I guess, Adventure 2. They definitely tried to be more, with the locations, they were more ingrained to real life, but only to a certain degree. Like, City Escape is based on San Francisco, but it's very clearly a cartoony city. Like, Sonic Adventure 2 had those locations, but it was still very cartoony with the way it was done. It wasn't trying to be realistic in a lot of ways. But this, like, look at it, it's not. You could argue it's not a Sonic level in the slightest. You got like that bell tower. The only thing that makes it Sonic is that you're playing as him. Otherwise, it's different. But I think that's good though. I'm not saying this as a complaint. I think it's a really interesting contrast to do this. To, you know, have a Sonic game that is this way. And I don't think it's something they can... Yeah, they didn't even continue this as well. With Sonic Unleashed, it was a one-time, here are some realistic level locations, and that was it. Which is really bizarre, if you think about it. Like I said, I like it, but it's like, why only once? Really? Is that what people complained about in Sonic Unleashed? That the game locations were too realistic? Nothing else people had in mind? Because I guess Sonic 06 tried to do it, but not to this degree that we're seeing. Like, you still had levels like Crisis City, where the whole city's on fire! Where am I going? Cool. Right, I have no clue where this last one is. So if it's not down here... There it is. It's down here. I was going to say we're buggered. Oh, good. Okay, let's try grabbing these things. And oh... I can pick him up, but I just get... Okay, pick him up. And no, I can just pick him up and put him down. I have to try it with the wasp, but I'm sure there's a move we can do here. Oh, there we go, it's A. Wait, it's A? Why is it A? A's to jump. Why would it be A? Okay, so we can do stuff here. Good. These are still annoying to fight in my eyes, but there's stuff we can do. And that does very little damage. So I'm not too sure if I'm even going to use it at all. Ah, well, whatever. We're almost done with the Werehog levels. Oh, I really hope we are. This has been a very dull part for these levels. Not horrible, but yeah, that's a trend I've noticed. Definitely a trend I've noticed. These Werehog levels... It's just, I think it's because you have to play them all in one big chunk. If it went daytime level, Werehog level, daytime level, if they actually split them up properly, it would be fine. But with this, you've got to play like 3 daytime levels in a row, then you get a ton of cutscenes and just boring chat, and then you've got to play like 3 Werehog levels in a row, but the Werehog levels are like look at this. 8.5 minutes I've been in this level, and I've already played 2 other Werehog levels before it. That's horrendous pacing. Like, and just, it would have taken the smallest thing to actually change that as well. That's the interesting part. That if they just changed it slightly, where you played maybe 2 Werehog levels, and then you do a daytime one, then you come back to this, it would have been fine. This level's a little long, yeah, but I'm only really disliking it because I've had to play the Werehog for so long. And as always, I don't mean to complain, but I think it's very valid. It's just very odd. Again, the structure in this game is what really brings it down in a lot of ways. I think it's the biggest flaw. That they just can't get that pacing right. Or they just didn't in this one anyway. And also this combat is terrible. I mean, that doesn't help. Let's not kid ourselves here. If the combat wasn't quite so terrible, it would help. And I started off being positive about the combat. I can't believe this. Can't believe I've done a 360 here.
Wow, I rule.
Oh, that was a good time, was it? 9 minutes was the target time. Oh, that's taking the piss, that is. I could have done that, actually. If I replayed that level, I now know where all the things are, so I could have done it. So that's something to look forward to in the future. Right, secret movie, secret whatever, I don't care. Okay, cool, that's the thing we were going for. So no more Werehog. For a short while. Hey, Sonic, now that we have, let's go. Righto!
Yes, this is so much fun. I love it.
Hey, what's the big idea?
Look at that. I really know how to dance. Come on, babe. Let's dance the night away.
Help!
Yes, this is so much fun.
Whoa, is there some kind of party going on?
Ooh, look at that. I really
No,
know how to dance.
something's not right here.
Yes, this is so much fun. I love it.
Oh, it's a carnival of creeps out there.
What the hell is this? Okay. Nightmare BBL. Yeah, what the gameplay! Not guaranteed. This is really dumb. This is really, really dumb. I don't even have to explain it, it's just dumb.
Huh? What was I just doing? Hey! Wait up!
Just now. Was that Sonic?
Ah, that should calm things down a bit around here. Chalk another one up for Sonic.
You know Sonic?
Well, of course. He was here just a moment ago.
Tell me what's happened to him. Please, tell me everything you know.
I'll happily explain everything over a plate of cucumber sandwiches.
Okay. So I was saying earlier how, oh good, they took out that dumb mechanic about the people being possessed because that was really dumb and made no sense. But it's still in here, and it's really dumb and makes no sense. Oh dear. And I guess that also confirms that those spirits are just spirits, they haven't taken over people, or they're not people who have become spirits, they're just spirits, I guess. I guess that confirms that. I don't know, that was really dumb. I'm kind of taken back about how dumb that was and how lazy it was. You would expect a sequence like that on a DS version of the game, not the Wii one. Anyway, next time in Let's Play Sonic Unleashed, hopefully no more Werehog levels for a couple of parts, and I think based on our schedule, or how this LP has gone, it should just be a ton of cutscenes next part, so hey, I'm looking forward to it. So anyway, I've been HonestTom23, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time.